With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Glad you could join us. Today, flags were flown at half-mast on all government buildings following the passing of the Cayman Islands' first governor, Mr. Alistair Long, CBE. Acting Governor His Excellency Franz Manderson says he wishes to express heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of the first governor of the Cayman Islands. The acting governor also arranged for flags to be flown at half-mast today only, and again from 2 days before his state funeral on a date to be announced. Meantime, Premier the Honourable Alda McLaughlin in a statement said Mr. Long was a dear friend to the people of the Cayman Islands and will certainly be missed. Mr. Long served as administrator from 1968 until 1971 and as governor from 1971 to 1972. After he left his post as governor, he then served as chairman of the International Management Group, chairman of the Public Service Commission, and deputy chairman of the Public Service Pension Board. Our condolences go out to his family and friends. Tomorrow we will hear from His Excellency Governor Martin Roper. Well, from sad news to exciting news as the new DG's 5K logo is unveiled. The logo, which is updated each year, is designed to celebrate the various charitable recipients it aims to support. Now, the DG's 5K is the brainchild of Deputy Governor Franz Manderson and is something he's very passionate about. Registration is open on the Cayman Active website, caymanactive.com/DG5K. Dubbed one of the biggest charitable events of the year, 5K. The 5K takes place on Cayman Brac on Sunday, September the 15th, followed by the Grand Cayman event on September 29th. Companies interested in supporting the DG's 5K can contact Subcommittee Chairwoman Nancy Bernard at support.dg5k@gov.ky. Well, on Wednesday, prisons director Mr. Stephen Barrett told inmates of the men's prison that programs are being put in place for them to become certified in various fields. So when they leave prison, they can get gainful employment. Well, today we hear more about that from the director and from the correctional counselor, Alfred McLeod.
This is perhaps maybe the right time where I should mention the government's Second Chance programme, which also aligns with the delivery of a number of government's broader objectives. I absolutely give a commitment that the prison service will make appropriate referrals to the Second Chance programme in order to give you what is that second chance. It may be your third chance, it may be your fourth chance. However many chances it takes, we will try and do all that we can to support you to a point where you need no more chances, where you're actually taking control of your lives. I want to say it now, I publicly commend the government's Second Chance programme. The routes that many people follow that eventually lead them into a downward spiral of offending and incarceration are varied, and they'll depend on lots of different factors. The common activity, however, is that each one of us will have committed an offence or there's been an alleged commission of an offence. We cannot change that. We cannot change the past. That is a static factor that will be forever inscribed in time. What I absolutely do believe is that we can change the present and the future, and that all of us in this room are the conduits through which that can happen.
For those of you who probably have been out in the community recently, you might notice that there is this big expansion in construction, this big expansion in development in Cayman currently. There are buildings going up everywhere. There are roads, new roads being built everywhere. The buildings take the forms of hotels, homes, hospitals, all kinds of things. So there is this economic boom that's happening in Cayman, that's happening in the Caribbean, that's happening all over the world that we need to benefit from. And what we're doing is providing for every single person here who's interested the opportunity when you leave to not just apply for a job and do some work, but just in case your employer says, or prospective employer says, we're going to give you $10 an hour, you can say, respectfully, sir or ma'am, because I'm qualified and because I'm certified, I'm going to offer you a counter of whatever amount you think that you are worth. And in so doing, you're going to enter into that situation not just with skills but with dignity and with some amount of empowerment to make demands that you think is in keeping with your dignity. Now, some of you may say, okay, well, obviously this benefits those of you who are Caymanians. And because of that, some of you might say, well, I'm not Caymanian, so it doesn't really benefit me. Well, not true. Because the certification that we're going to be offering are valid in most places you will go in the world, throughout the world. So if you leave here and you go to whichever country you're from, most likely you can take it with you. So if your training isn't finished while you're here, you can finish it where you're coming from, or if you finish it while you're here, you will have the certification to use wherever you're going.
Now, inmates who are interested can work towards certification in the construction, automotive, and diving industries through Inspire Cayman and the University College of the Cayman Islands. Everyone involved in Tuesday's event stressed the importance of further education, including Inspire owner Michael Miles and UCCI Vice President Dr. Livingston Smith. Well, if you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page or the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a wonderful and safe night, and hoping to see you back here again tomorrow. Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!